Hi guys, Foster Mommy here, and I just wanted to do a quick update and a bit of a review for you guys on these little Velcro ID collars that we got so that we could tell all of these kittens apart. We have the two black kittens that look alike, and then we had, let's see, 6 plus 4, that's 14 tabby cats that were really hard to tell apart, especially when we first got them. So these became really essential in being able to tell who was who'd eaten. Therefore, we were having to hand feed this one and that one, Pinkie Pie, and Lavinia here were having to be hand fed for a while, along with their brother and their other sister. So that made it much easier with the collars because I could tell who had been fed and who hadn't. The kittens have all gotten sick this round with all of the fosters, and they have needed medication. So that's also been really helpful. I can keep track of who I've medicated, who I haven't, because we have got 20 cats in the house right now, including our boys. Another thing that's really helpful with it is tracking their weight. I can tell who's gaining weight and who's not. If anything might be wrong with them, if they're acting kind of sickly, when we weigh them, I normally will write the stuff down, but I can keep so much better track of them with these little collars on because some of them are just virtually indistinguishable unless you really look at a few of their more unique attributes. Pepper here, he's black, but he's got a bunch of white hairs all on his back. I don't know if you can see that or not. So they all have something that, we can tell them apart with, but like I said, very helpful, especially when we're not able to really stop and take a look at their markings and everything. Hi, Pinkie Pie. Hi. Okay, Lavinia just got down. I don't know if you can still see her, but she's kind of a froofy little girl. She's got some hair on her. She's not quite a long hair, but she's going to be a medium hair, I think. Kind of like Cherie, maybe a little finer. Her hair's real fine, and it's getting pretty long. I haven't had any trouble, even with her longer, finer hair, getting stuck in the sticky Velcro part of the collars. Hi, Pinkie Pie. Can I use your neck for just a minute? She sees somebody playing and she wants to go play. The inside of it, you can see here, her fur is not sticking to it at all. You can hear my fingernail across it. That's the sticky part of it. These are kind of like the little Velcros that you get to use around electronics. And they have tie wraps that are made out of this stuff. They're real sturdy. Right here at the edge, I only had 1 out of 15 of these collars come loose like that, right there at the tip of where it ends. These two guys were supposed to go to Kitten Palooza today, so they have numbers on their collars. That doesn't come that way, unless you want to do it that way when you get it to help you keep track of them better. Anyway, it's really sturdy. You can see that it doesn't come off. You do have to take them off every now and then and resize them as the kittens grow, because obviously they get bigger and they'll get really tight around their neck, so you have to watch that. Speaking of washing, these cats have all had baths with their collars on, and they stood up amazingly well. They did have soap, not just water, but they did have soap on them, and it did not do anything. It did clean up the collars a little bit. They get a little dingy because they've been on the cats for about 7 weeks, but other than getting a little cleaner, it didn't do anything to them. So they were able to stay on during bath time, no problem. I was concerned about these getting caught on the cage that some of the kittens were staying in when we first got them. I haven't had any of the kittens get the collar stuck on anything except for themselves. I did post in my first video when I shared that we were trying to use these to help us identify them. I did share that I had made them a little too loose because I was afraid of making them too tight. They were much smaller then, and what happened was their little paws got stuck inside the collar like that, and then it ended up wrapping around their body like a sash. And even then, it still was not pulling on their throat. It was not restricting them in any way. They weren't bothered by it at all. I was surprised by that. I expected them to be a little irritated with it, but they didn't care. This has been really helpful with knowing who's getting fed, because I have had to hand feed quite a few with these litters. They've all been sick, so we've had to medicate. This helps me know who has been medicated and who hasn't been. And some of them take one medicine but not another medicine, if that makes sense. So that helps. Normally I write all the stuff down, and it's kind of crazy because you try to look at their markings, and that just gets really, really difficult when you're dealing with 15 foster cats. So these have been really super helpful. I can't remember the brand name of these, the ones that I ended up getting. I did find them on Amazon, and I'll try to link in the video description which ones I got, but I really can't imagine them being any different from each other. I mean, they're all the same concept, so I would think that they're all going to be really similar. They have a bunch of different brands carrying these now, and if you just search kitten collars, puppy collars, ID collars, identification collars on Amazon, you're going to come up with several results, and they're going to have different brands and everything for you to choose from, different prices and everything. We suddenly took on 13 extra foster cats, so we needed it fast. I had to order with Amazon Prime to get them here quickly, so they were probably a little more expensive than some of the other stores are on Amazon. I think they were $8 with the free Amazon shipping, but I'm pretty sure they had some much cheaper ones from different sellers that didn't offer the free shipping thing, from the free 2-day shipping. You could still qualify for the free shipping with orders over whatever they do, $50 or whatever. I'm not sure. I can't remember right now. I think that's about it. Oh, weight. It helps you keep track of their weight too. That's another thing that's really helped me. I keep track of how much weight they're gaining, and that's another area that this has been really helpful in. And they say that when I started looking into all of this stuff, I read a lot of reviews from readers and other rescue groups that deal with the same kind of situation that I'm dealing with now, foster cats and stuff, talking about different ways to distinguish the animals from each other. And some of them said paint their toenails, and I thought, yeah, right. I did try to paint some of their toenails when they went for surgery, because I didn't know if they would have to take their collars off. And none of their nail polishes are still there. So and they didn't chew them off or anything. They came off in the litter box and stuff, so that's not a problem. But still, this has been a much better solution for me than nail polish was. Scrambling around with different cats, looking for different characteristics on them to make sure that I'm giving the right cat the right medicine. Making sure the cats that are smaller are gaining weight, that kind of thing. They've been really super helpful. So I definitely recommend these things. And if you guys have any other comments, comment below. Let me know what you think about them. If you guys have had any problems, I'd love to hear about that, because I'm going to recommend these and I want to know if there are any problems with you guys out there, if you have any other issues that I didn't have. So that is it. These little Velcro ID collars. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, please.